Hey everybody, just have a short video for you this week to let you know that I'm moving. I'm going from Raleigh, North Carolina to Greensboro, which is just a little bit west of here. It's not quite as far west as I had hoped to move. I made the trip out to Colorado back in October. I really loved it out there. I was strongly considering moving to Colorado or possibly even Utah. I just couldn't get it to make financial sense, especially since it was going to disrupt the channel pretty badly, and I didn't really want to do that right now. So I'm sad not to be heading out to the Rockies. Thank you to everyone who commented on that video and let me know what their state or their towns were like. I really appreciate that. I loved hearing all the input, and I definitely plan on heading west again before too long. But for now, I'm heading to Greensboro, North Carolina, which is a city that I love. It's a place that I know really well, and it's probably the perfect place to take this next step with the channel. So this week, I'm tearing down this shop space, getting my whole life moved across the state, and starting up a new shop space, this one right here. I know it doesn't look like much now, of course, and it'll need some work, but I'll slowly turn it into a functional shop studio space, and I'll probably document some of those projects in videos as I go along. As for the channel itself, it's getting bigger all the time. I just crossed 300,000 subscribers, and thank you all for joining and watching. This move will actually give me the chance to branch out and diversify my content even more. I'm going to be working with more collaborators, more companies, and I'm going to be diving very in depth on a whole lot of topics. That said, I'll probably also be taking on sponsorships in the future. I've actually never had a traditional sponsor before now on this channel. I've worked with a couple companies like FlexScreen, but all I've ever really gotten from them was products to test. My recent videos have said down at the bottom includes paid promotion, but I wasn't actually paid to collaborate on anything. I have to put those there because I include Amazon links and affiliate links, and the FCC requires that I post that notice since I get a tiny commission from those products. That's how that works. But I have avoided traditional sponsorship up until this point. I bring it up now because in the not too distant future, I probably will be taking on actual sponsors. I decided to finally do it now for a couple reasons. One, it's going to help me make better content. Up until now, everything you've seen on my channel has been on my dime. I've always had a shoestring budget, and that has basically limited my ability to produce certain types of content. Sponsorships will help me jump into all sorts of new interesting types of topics and videos. It'll let me move around more freely to document things that I just don't have access to right here. And the second reason, I've pretty much grown to a size where I can work with the brands that I want to. I don't have to wait for companies to reach out to me anymore. I can reach out to them and say, hey, you have a superior product or service, let's get it on the channel. I finally have this level of discretion. And that's really why I've waited this long, so I have the luxury of being selective when it comes time to do a video on a certain topic. So out there in the hazy future, I will most likely be taking on sponsorships, but it won't be every video, and it will only be brands that I trust and admire. I'm just throwing it out there now for the sake of transparency. Anyways, that's what I've got going on right now. Moving next week, then it'll probably take me a little bit of time to set up that new shop space, and then hopefully onward and upward from there. Thanks so much for supporting the channel. I hope that you keep watching and that the videos continue to be helpful and educational. I'm Ethan James with The Honest Carpenter. I'll see you soon in the new space.